Happy Friday night, everybody. It is Friday night, 7 o'clock, so we're going to be going live with Soul Brother Kevin on 1025 The Bone here in just a second. We're just waiting for them to come back online, so I always have to go quiet for a minute while they kind of put us through. But happy you can join us. Hope you had a good week, and hopefully SBK will be joining us here in just a second. So we tried to do this last week from Jamaica, but the not cell service, the internet service was not strong enough. So that was a bit of a disaster, but we'll make it up this week. So should be just a second, and should have him on the line here. Let's see. I never know exactly what time they're coming back on. They say 7 o'clock, but sometimes it's 7:02, sometimes it's 7:05. But anyways, as we do every Friday night at 7 o'clock, we'll be doing a legal scenario, and then everybody on the show kind of guesses what they think the answer is, and you guys can chime in. Yeah, leave some messages in the comments. I'll try to respond to them. Not the best at multitasking, warn you up front, but we'll see what we can do here. And hopefully the connection actually works this week. Then if it's the first time joining us, we do a Monday morning show as well, Monday morning with Mo, every Monday at 8 a.m. If you have legal questions for that, you can always email us.
Thank God it's Friday.
Here he comes.
SBK!
So I'm going to go quiet here for a second. I'll be right back. Maybe they're coming back. Guess we'll see.
Gotta let y'all hear a little pop.
Guess they're teasing.
Man, I miss Pop. Sober the Kevin Show, 102.5 The Bone. Friday night. Cat named Mo's here. JR's here. Spike on the mic's here. I don't believe in a heaven in the traditional sense, like I guess like it's been told or whatever. I don't think that DMX is walking through the pearly gates and now he's making songs in heaven with Tupac. I don't think that's happening.
No,
Ray Charles playing the piano.
Well,
Michael Jackson and Prince in the corner still arguing. I'm the best even in heaven.
to me, remember DMX was always battling between heaven and hell. I feel like he's both. I mean, he's sometimes could be in heaven, he sometimes could be in hell, whatever he feels like.
I feel like we missed the whole message with DMX. Like, yo, I just read an article that said, yo, he was like a vessel for pain the whole time, and we was dancing with it, we was laughing at it, we was getting along with it, and we didn't realize that like his whole message in every song was I'm struggling. And he had talent too though. Most people just kind of I don't know.
This is my theory, and this is like a lot of the things in the interviews that I read, especially the one with Tyler Kweli. Remember, he had an interview with Tyler Kweli about his him smoking crack or whatever when he was a kid.
Yeah.
I feel like the songs Damien 1, 2, and 3 were basically his demons and his demons of addiction. I think that's how I saw it in terms of like the way he portrayed it, his lyrics and stuff like that. But that's
what I'm saying is that was every song.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Even the love songs, he was struggling in that.
Yeah.
And they say DMX was the realist, and when I mean by realist, they said that he was the kind of guy that he could never get anywhere on time because he would stop and talk to everybody. If you had love for DMX, he had time to talk to you. Didn't care who he was and in whatever stage of addiction he was. They say, yo, DMX will pause for a picture with you and then be like, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Go throw up in the bushes, walk right back. Come on, let's get this picture. Like that kind of thing.
Wow.
Like they say he was just the realist. And he was quick to do that whole. Remember when we watched the DMX Snoop Dogg battle, and I sent you that clip? I was like, "Yo, did you see this?" Where he was like, grabbed the scratch, like, "Yo, I gotta pee. Where's that? We gotta go. It's going down. I gotta go." And he just ran off the set. That's the DMX I'm talking about. He just seemed like that relative that you had that had an issue, but he was still your favorite uncle. Now imagine if that uncle was one of the best rappers. See, that's the different part, that he was also talented. You forget about it, that he was also talented. So, because my uncle wasn't talented. He was just a burden. Okay. Let's do this. It's time for us to talk some law. Let's bring our Friday night guest, attorney Moses DeWitt from the DeWitt Law. Is it DeWitt Law Group or DeWitt Law Firm?
Law firm.
Or how do you... Law Firm. There you go. JustCallMo.com. Mo, it's been a while, man. I feel like, man, I thought you had ran away and left us.
Well, kind of. We had a little mishap last week, but we're back at it. Hopefully you can hear me loud and clear this week.
You sound great. You sound excellent.
Good.
You sound better than we do. Okay. What have you been up to, man? Are you getting out and around? You flying across the country? What are you doing?
Well, I mean, so last week's little mishap might have been slightly my fault. I was in Jamaica and thought that their internet connection would be strong enough to connect into the show, but apparently it was not. So we were over there last week and came back on Saturday.
Jamaicans aren't known for the fastest service of any kind.
Are you sure?
Oh, no one's in a hurry in Jamaica. When I went to Jamaica, it's kind of, we're Americans. We're used to fast pace. I got to have it now. And they're kind of like on a Jamaican time, which is probably 5 to 10 minutes later than that's fast to them. That's prompt service. So I would expect that their internet is kind of like, kind of want to know why you in a hurry to get, slow down, man. You're in paradise, man. That kind of thing. Just throw man on the end and you're good. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm glad you got to get away to Jamaica. Is it, how was the weather?
Oh, weather was perfect. I mean, can't complain about that at all. It was supposed to rain every day we were there, and it was perfect every day, so got lucky.
Now, see, Mo, here's something you have in common with a cat named Mo. You guys both frequent Jamaica, and now a cat named Mo is known to wear, he has a Speedo that he only wears in Jamaica. Now, attorney Mo, now, are you a Speedo guy? Like, what kind of swimming trunks are we? Trunks. What I call them trunks. What are we working with here?
I mean, I've never attempted the Speedo look. I don't think I could really pull it off. I think my thighs are probably a little too pale for that. But no, just a regular swimsuit,
Oh, they love pale thighs in Jamaica. That's new money right there. I like how the guys will bother you on the beach, and then you'll go out in the water, and they'll come out in the water and bother you. That's crazy. Did you encounter any of that?
We had some interesting questions. No one bothered us really. There was one. This was some people in the group who, I wasn't there for this, but some people pulled up and they said they were fishing and tried to get some young women to join them on the boat, which they were smart enough to say no to. Otherwise, some people try to sell you some weed and stuff like that, but otherwise, everyone's pretty nice.
How dare they? Okay. I'm going to have to contact you offline concerning, I may be getting married to a Dominican woman.
Okay.
And I might need some ins and outs and how to navigate over there. I haven't met this woman yet either, so it's going to be interesting.
Hey.
All right.
Surprise wedding.
It's going to be. I'm going to meet the love of my life. Okay, let's get to the case of the week.
All right. So
what do you have for us?
Got something a little different this week. This is a recent case that just came out. I thought it was kind of interesting, so I thought I'd present it to the esteemed panel here this Friday. So,
Right.
you're familiar with the store Winn-Dixie, the grocery store?
Grew up on it.
There you go. So this case is against Winn-Dixie, and so and this case is back from 2017, just to give you some context, is when it started or when the incident happened. So back in 2017, Winn-Dixie ran a website. You couldn't purchase groceries on it. You could have your existing prescriptions refilled on the website for in-store pickup, and you could look at their sales and their specials and things like that, but you couldn't purchase groceries or anything like that. So this individual, Mr. Gill, his name is Juan Gill, was a longtime customer of Winn-Dixie. And Mr. Gill is also legally blind, and he has to use a screen reader software that vocalizes the contents of a website. So if he goes to a website, he's got this software that then kind of vocalizes it to him so he can know what's on the website. However, Winn-Dixie's website was incompatible with the screen reading software. So Gill sued Winn-Dixie, stating that that Winn-Dixie violated Title III of the Americans with Disabilities Act, commonly referred to as the ADA. And basically said, hey, I can't access your website. You're violating the ADA, so I'm going to sue you. So my question to the esteemed panel is that a violation? If so, why?
The violation being that the website is inaccessible to a blind person.
Exactly.
All right. This happened in 2017.
Correct.
What else started in 2017? The Me Too movement. All right, Mo, cat named Mo, what do you think about this case?
Oh, wow. I always go first. Kevin, can I opt out and go second? Hear some of the other esteemed panel members' thoughts first.
Absolutely
I'm still
not.
formulating.
Absolutely not, because you're the co-host. So
Okay.
co-host.
All right, fine. Fair enough. He could access any other store's website, Mo, but Winn-Dixie's.
Theoretically, assuming they had the compatibility with his screen reading software. But remember, he's a long-time Winn-Dixie customer.
But I know everything I need to know. It is not a violation if you have janky software. It is not. It is not Winn-Dixie's. It is not Winn-Dixie's responsibility to make sure that whatever they put up matches every software out there. I think there's a reasonable expectation of being able to service those disabled, but you can't serve them all in every aspect. So I say he has no case.
All right, there you go. Okay, Spike, what do you think about this?
Just to maybe piggyback on what the cat named Mo said, the 1979 Fair Act that says a website does not have to provide inventory or applications for every participant. It is in the right of the website developer to develop a site like they want to. They don't have to do this for the blind, the hearing impaired, or the people that can't see. So Winn-Dixie did their website for anybody that can get on it. The guy has no case.
All right. Spike, do us a favor real quick. Go to WinnDixie.com. JR, what do you have?
Actually, I think opposite of both of these gentlemen. I think that Winn-Dixie is at fault because if they're getting tax benefits and tax breaks from the United States government, they have to abide by the Disabilities Act, and the tax breaks, in turn, go to the web developers to make the people who are disabled access the site.
Wow. That's pretty good. I
Wait,
don't know what you
mine
said.
wasn't pretty good.
Nah, I understood I didn't understand the word JR said, but it sounded slick.
I put a date in there and everything. 1979,
Yeah.
Winn-Dixie.
You said 79, and that's when you lost me. Okay. Here's what's happening here. Y'all have to remember, we're talking about this was in 2017. Things were a little different back then. So when it comes to the website, Winn-Dixie, Winn-Dixie has never. I've been shopping. Like I said, I grew up on Winn-Dixie. And what do we know about Winn-Dixie? What is their tagline? Who is Winn-Dixie? They are the beef people.
Yes.
They are not the internet people. Now, we don't have time to start tweaking our business for every little affliction you have. We willing to lose a customer or two. So, hey man, we sorry. Did you press refresh? Did you control alt delete, backslash, forward? You probably forward slash. A lot of people get forward slash mixed up with backslash. This guy has no case, but we would be happy to give him a 20% off discount coupon and come on in here and shop with the beef people. T-Bone's on special this week, by the way, y'all.
So you agree with
Winn-Dixie? No, I don't. Winn-Dixie, not guilty. We don't have time for y'all.
That's
what we
three.
say.
Yeah, 3 against 1.
All
me?
right.
3 against 1.
I don't know what y'all said.
So Spike, Mo, and
Kevin.
SBK. Yeah. Said that Winn-Dixie is don't have to do it. JR says they have to do it.
Thank you, Spike,
Right.
for the
That's
recap of the events that just happened 30
Yeah.
seconds ago.
But we had 3 different reasons of why we thought
Yeah,
they didn't have to do it.
that's true. That is true,
You wouldn't be in business if you had to accommodate everybody. Now I could see if we didn't have it wheelchair accessible, or I need to see the computer he's using. It might be outdated. Did you hit the control plus to make the screen bigger? Like, come on, man, work with us here. And we do have ribeyes on special too.
All right.
F5 means refresh on every screen. F5.
Every screen refresh, bro. Did he update? Is the Windows updated? What is happening here? This guy might have some computer issues. Sounds like we need to find out what happened here, Mo. What happened in this case?
All right. Well, at the trial level, Winn-Dixie lost, and the court ordered them to install the screen reading software, a bunch of other stuff, and basically for their website to fully become ADA compliant. But Winn-Dixie appealed. And so on the appeal, there was basically 2 issues. The first issue is whether a website is a place of what we call public accommodation. And so, Kevin, like you were saying, having it wheelchair accessible, a place of public accommodation has to comply with the ADA requirements, has to be wheelchair accessible, things like that. So the first question is a website a place of public accommodation that has to accommodate individuals with disabilities? And the court here found that it does not, that a website's not a place of public accommodation because the statute itself doesn't define a website list websites as a place of public accommodation. It clearly states what that is, and websites aren't included. The second issue was whether Winn-Dixie's website created an intangible barrier for Mr. Gill to access their goods or services. And remember, at this time, Winn-Dixie did not sell groceries online, and the court kind of sidesteps a different issue, but they basically say at this time, the website did not create an intangible barrier. Mr. Gill could still go down to the store. He could walk in the store. He could purchase the groceries. So therefore, it was not an intangible barrier to using Winn-Dixie's goods or services. However, the case does kind of allude to the fact that if, let's say this was an e-commerce merchant, and they don't specifically say this, they kind of sidestep it, but they do kind of leave the door open that if this was an e-commerce merchant and they weren't compliant with the ADA requirements, that could possibly be an intangible barrier and could be a violation of the ADA.
Okay. You said ADA. I wrote down, this spawned another question that's slightly kind of related. So the ADA, they have to abide by that. Businesses have to abide by the ADA.
So for the most part, yeah.
Do businesses have to abide by the CDC?
You're taking me in a different direction here.
Well, no, it's another government agency that puts out recommendations and policies, right? It's for public health.
Yes, but the ADA is an act. It's a federal law. As
It's
the
an act.
CDC
Okay.
is an organization.
It's an organization. So we don't have to abide. So when they put out something that, hey, the CDC recommends or the CDC advises, those are just guidelines.
Those are guidelines. So this is an act. This is a federal law. Now,
right.
the CDC can make
do
a
you know-
recommendation, and then it becomes federal law.
Okay.
But until that happens, it's not a law.
You know where I was going with this?
Oh, I have a feeling.
If the CDC, if I was thinking if the things they put out have to be acknowledged and have to be upheld, they just released a statement saying that racism is a serious threat to public health.
I saw that.
Bro, we got a case. Hey, I have so many people. Now, I'm going to tell you, for a small fee, Mo,
I'm listening.
I will provide you access to a bunch of people that have an ironclad case. We need something to pay. Anyway, I'm messing with you. I get it. It's an act, and I understand this. Yeah, okay. Wow. So that is, I think that's a lesson as to when you have a big company, there's so many things you have to consider that you would never consider. And Winn-Dixie probably wasn't intentionally trying to deny access to their store to anybody. One thing a business wants is to take your money. So, yeah, that's I would have never thought about that. You know, it's funny because we think wheelchair access. That's the first thing we think of. That's the first thing I could think of when it comes to accommodating people. But when I hear legally blind, that's a range of blindness or a range of sight, not
That's
necessarily pitch black. And I never thought about it like that. Well, this guy's legally blind, which means he can, I don't know. I don't know anything about it. I guess that's why we need to, y'all know any blind people? I mean, you got to kind of look out for them,
Oh yeah.
No pun intended. No pun intended. Okay. All
Yeah.
right.
I mean, I thought this was interesting because we used to get people who would email us all the time and say, oh, you need to pay us thousands of dollars to make your website ADA compliant. And I wasn't really sure if it was a scam, but because there's always people trying to take advantage of these things on the other side as well. And so
Right.
this kind of, I think, is the first
Yeah.
case that gives some guidance to individuals as far as which websites may need to be ADA compliant.
Oh, so
Right.
So, does this also fall under? We live in the state of Florida. Marijuana is not legal, but if I look on a website in Colorado that sells marijuana, does marijuana websites fall under that category as well, or alcohol?
So my guess would be, and again, there's not clear case law on this at this time, but my guess would be if they have a brick and mortar location that you can walk into, even if you have to go take a flight to get there, that they probably wouldn't fall under that. But if it was solely an e-commerce merchant that was the only way you could order it was online, then they may have to comply with the ADA.
Gotcha.
Wow. You noticed, speaking of legalization, and you're a lawyer, and this is a legal topic, they're legalizing weed everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And you can just, hey, everybody at home, find a state with a Democratic governor, and he's getting ready to legalize it. Because the fact that New Mexico has it before Florida, the only thing I can explain to you is Ron DeSantis. That's all I'm saying. Not a personal attack on him. Just saying that it just seems like you can guess the politics. You can pick how everybody's going to move based on the D or the R. So, and that's kind of lame to me. So I'm backing out of politics for a while. I'm waiting for something interesting to happen.
Yeah, although when he took office, he did drop all the lawsuits challenging the no smoke that the Florida Attorney General had brought. So he did.
Yeah, that's a half measure. We need
Yeah.
a full measure. Shout out to Breaking Bad. You just do the thing, I'll tell you this. If Ron DeSantis will give us the weed, I'll overlook what he's trying to do with the cruise industry. He's trying to get everybody to cruise. And I don't mind us cruising as long as he operates his office from a cruise ship for the first 2 weeks.
Just make him the captain.
I want him on the boat with the people that, cruising. I want him on the boat with his whole family.
He could be the
and
cruise
baby.
director. Give him a nice flowery shirt.
Oh, man, I bet he could do a mean electric slide. Everybody could do the electric slide. He might even get my support if he does the electric slide. Can you do the electric slide?
I mean, there's
Yeah,
only one
okay.
way to find out.
Okay, here's the deal. The day that we do this bit for the first time in studio, we're gonna have a Mo versus Mo electric slide, and
Oh,
I'm gonna
yes.
tell you right. I'm gonna tell you right now,
Yes.
Attorney Mo. We had a professional dancer come up to the studio and try to teach. It's the one dance that everybody should be able to do if they can't dance.
Sounds like my kind of dance.
I would say that a cat named Mo at the end of the dancing lesson, he was doing the electric slide. And it was passable. It was passable in a packed club, but it was not passable for a black family reunion. It was not.
don't
Spike,
know,
you
man.
saw
Dude.
Spike, you know if you don't dance right, Mo might not get a plate.
But though, if you throw electric slide on at a family reunion, everybody getting on the dance floor.
Right. But I'm saying, Spike, you rolling up and you want a cat named Mo to fit in at the family reunion. How do you like his chances on the dance floor?
He gonna get out there, and everybody gonna try. All my aunts gonna try to coast him.
Yeah. Cat named Mo just need a couple drinks and he good to go.
Loosen up a little bit.
Yeah, but now Mo, sight unseen, I would take you. You don't even have to be able to do it as well at the family reunion. The fact that you're on the dance floor is already a hit, and you'll get a big plate and a considerable. I mean, you ain't gonna get the biggest piece of chicken, but you're gonna get a nice piece.
I'm gonna need a lot of drinks to get out there, but I appreciate that.
Hey man, hey, I look, I get out there sober. I drink on the dance floor. You know, anyway, it's all good. But right now, I'm learning that bachata. Okay, justcallmo.com is the website. Always an interesting case that you bring to us. I think we're getting better at this. In a like, we're bad at it, but how bad we are is getting better. If that makes sense.
Yeah, you're the top of bad, bottom of good.
We're getting better at getting it wrong.
Yeah.
There's improvement. There's growth in how wrong we are. And I walk away from the segment thinking about like, oh, okay, now I see. I don't know, man. Your job seems very stressful. I don't know that I could do it. I just want to watch a good legal drama and have a couple lawyer buddies and get drunk and just hear some good stories and stay away from the courthouse. That's all I want to do. Okay.
Fair enough.
Mo, have a good weekend, man. Let us know when you're going to the next Caribbean country you're going to. I'm going to need your assistance. And how's your Spanish?
Yo habla español un poquito. Muy
That's
mal.
good.
That's
That's really good.
Sí, muy bien.
I only know curse words and how to negotiate prices.
Those are useful skills. So
Yes, it is.
my
Yes,
my
it is.
son's nanny only speaks Spanish, and I speak very little Spanish, so the communication becomes interesting sometimes.
Get your words right, man, because one thing means something. The same word slightly pronounced another way.
Does your son not kind of I don't want to say fluently. Does he kind of speak Spanish in a sense, or does
Well, he does,
understand?
but he's 2 years old.
Oh wow, watch him be like full-fledged fluent by the time he's like 5.
This is the time to do it. They can give him with somebody. He can speak 7 languages. Kids it's a sponge. They can soak it up. We're gonna do it. All right. I need to have me a baby. I want to get in on it. Okay. We'll talk about that too. Is that paper? I gotta ask Mo. Hey, Attorney Mo, we were celebrating. Mo is having a baby. He's expecting. He and his wife are pregnant.
Oh wow! Congratulations.
Thank you.
Mo, they're pregnant at 55.
All right. Well, good luck.
It went from congratulations to good luck. Hang on for dear life. Okay. That baby's gonna put a pep in your step. Okay. Mo, we appreciate it. JustCallMo.com. We'll speak to you next week. And hope everything is well with you. Have a good weekend, my friend.
You too, guys. Take care.
All right. There we go, man.
All right, guys. Thanks for joining us. Hope you had some fun. And see you Monday morning, 8 a.m. for Monday Morning with Mo, or next Friday, right here at 7.